Have you ever noticed that right before something shifts, the pressure increases? Right before promotion, opposition rises. Right before healing, symptoms intensify. Right before breakthrough, warfare escalates. If you're in that place right now, this part is for you. What happened next in Maria's, Daniel's, Aisha's, and Elijah's lives proves something powerful. The enemy attacks hardest when he knows he is about to lose. Stay until the end of this chapter. What Jesus reveals about spiritual warfare may explain everything happening in your life right now. Maria thought things were finally stabilizing. The new job was steady. The house didn't feel as suffocating. She had begun to rebuild confidence, piece by piece. Then, one evening, her ex-husband called, not to reconcile, but to blame. Old wounds reopened instantly. Doubt whispered, "See, you're still broken." She hung up and slid down against the kitchen counter, trembling. Jesus, I thought I was past this. Across town, Daniel's test results showed improvement. But then, new complications appeared. Not worse, just uncertain. Hint, uncertainty can be crueler than bad news. He felt fear creeping back in. What if this peace was temporary? He wondered. Meanwhile, Aisha's community speech had gained attention, but attention brought criticism. Comments online questioned her faith, her motives, her authenticity. You're fake. You just want attention. You're not even qualified. The words pierced deeper than she expected. And Elijah, the sanctuary was filling again when he led worship. But now, new temptation appeared. People praised him. Your voice is powerful. You're different now. You're on another level. And something subtle tried to grow inside him. Pride. Not all attacks come as pain. Some come as applause. This is where Jesus began speaking more directly to each of them. Maria lay awake again one night, not from grief this time, but from anger. Why does he still have power over my peace? And in the quiet, she sensed something. Not loud, not dramatic, but clear. Forgiveness is not for him. It's freedom for you. She resisted it. He doesn't deserve it. And Jesus whispered again, neither did you. The room went silent. She wept, not from sadness, but conviction, because breakthrough requires release. Daniel sat alone after another appointment. He realized something, even before full healing. Something inside him had changed. He wasn't afraid of dying anymore. He wasn't terrified of tomorrow. The peace had become stronger than the diagnosis, and he understood the miracle had already begun, not in his body, but in his spirit. Sometimes Jesus heals fear before he heals flesh. Aisha almost deleted her social media. The criticism was overwhelming. But instead, she opened her Bible and read the words of Jesus. Blessed are you when people insult you because of me. She realized something powerful. Opposition often confirms calling. No one resists you. You may not be threatened in darkness. She chose to stay, not to defend herself, but to continue speaking truth. Elijah faced his real test one Sunday. A larger church invited him to lead worship regularly. More exposure, more influence, more recognition. It looked like blessing. But something felt off. He prayed, and he sensed Jesus asking, would you still sing if no one clapped? He declined the offer. Not because it was wrong, but because intimacy mattered more than elevation. And in that moment, he won a battle no one saw. Here's what you must understand. Right before breakthrough, the enemy tries to provoke reaction, to reopen wounds, to stir fear, to inflate ego, to revive doubt. 'Cause if he can get you to react emotionally, he can delay your manifestation. But if you stay anchored in Jesus, the attack becomes confirmation that heaven is near. And then something shifted again. Not gradually, but suddenly. Maria received unexpected closure. Daniel received undeniable results. Aisha received global attention, this time positive. Elijah received something greater than applause, revival. But the greatest shift was internal. They were no longer fighting for peace. Okay. They were living from peace. But what happened next was something none of them expected. 'Cause when breakthrough becomes visible, new levels bring new responsibility. And in the next chapter, Jesus reveals the difference between being blessed and being trusted.